A very good morning, dear class 7, and welcome in a social science class. This is Shashi, your social science teacher. As you know, we have completed all four sections of Block 3, Islam and its impact. So, today we will review the homework and we will discuss, practice, and additional question answers with workbook answers. So get ready with your workbook, notebook, content book along with the stationery so you can amend or check your answers with me. Okay. So today you have to match your answers. These are sample answers, so don't just copy them. Watch the video from starting till the end. Don't copy the answers. If you feel that your answers are not matching and totally different, and is need to change, then only you correct your answers, otherwise need not to change. Write answers in your own words as you are in class 7. I will provide you some sample answers of horse question and few more which you may find it hard to understand. Okay, so let's start. We will start our discussion with the workbook. S1. S1, first question is state whether true or false, and you have to correct the false statement also. The people of the Arabian Peninsula were divided into different tribes. It is true. Then second one is Muhammad did not face any opposition. It is totally false because Muhammad had to face oppositions from the local merchants and leaders due to his belief in monotheism. And the third is the pre-Islamic tribes depended on the sea for food. No, it is also wrong. Muhammad's early years in the pre-Islamic tribes depended on the oasis and their cattle for food. Now come to the second question. How did Muhammad's early years in Mecca shape his views about the world? How do you think this contributed to the advent of Islam? This question is here, answer is here. Muhammad's early years in Mecca changed his views about the world. While traveling with his uncle to different places, he noticed that places with strong governance had made progress in economic, social and cultural field. And here is the second part of question. This contributed the advent of Islam because Muhammad put together his teachings and beliefs to help unite the Arab people and create a sense of brotherhood and peace. And the third question is very easy. Why did local merchants and leaders rise against Muhammad's teachings? Local merchants and leaders were opposed to Muhammad's ideas of monotheism. For that reason, they rose against him. Now move to the S2. And the first question, you have to take the sentences that are the teachings of Islam, related to teachings of Islam or against the teachings of Islam. And the first question is, Alia does not worship any idol. Is it so? Yes, it is correct. Because Islam is a monotheistic religion and against of idolatry. Then B, Ahmad does not share his wealth with his poor. It is false, totally false. Because it is related to one practice of Islam, that is alms giving or zakat. And it is again, this sentence is against of that practice. Ahmad should share his wealth with the poor. And the third C, Shiva always goes on the pilgrimage to Makkah with her parents. Yes, means to go with her parents for Hajj. Now the second question is, Imran is exploring the history of Islam to his younger brother Ashraf. Write any two teachings of Islam that Imran can tell Ashraf. Here your answers may vary because you have to write any two teachings of Islam. So you can write any two teachings of Islam. And the third question is, why is community praying an important aspect of Islam? So answer is here. Community praying is important because it encourages a sense of community and brotherhood. Got the answer? Now, S3. And in S3, first question is very easy. You know the answer. I hope you have written the answer. Name the first four caliphs who became the leaders after Muhammad. You know this answer. You have to write rightly guided caliph and names of that four caliphs. Then second question is, describe one political and one cultural change brought about by the rule of the caliphates in the Middle East. So answer is here. Under the Rashidun Caliphate, the Arabs converted into a strong fighting force. Islam was spread through military conquests. And Ali Biruni and Abu Nasir Mansur contributed to the fields of geometry and astronomy. And the third question is, write one reason why the rule of the Abbasid Caliphate is considered a golden period. We have discussed about this in, in one section of this blog. Your answers may vary. The Abbasids contributed to the development of a rich culture and society by encouraging art, poetry, and science. So, workbook answers discussion is completed. Now, you have to write. I had given this in homework. List any three teachings of Islam and two ways by which it spread to the Middle East. So, in the first, you have to write any three teachings of Islam, and in the second part, spread of Islam, you have to write two ways of spreading Islam to the Middle East. The Caliphate spread Islamic ideas through political conquest. As they settled in the new territories, the ideas of Islam also spread. And the second one may be science, teaching, technology, cultural development, a number of innovations and interactions with neighboring areas played a significant role in the expansion of Islam. Now, move to the practice question. And first question is fill in the blanks. I hope you have written the correct answer. First one is Mecca and second one is Medina. Then question number 2. Why was Muhammad distributed by the conditions of pre-Islamic Arabia? Pre-Islamic Arabia was a violent and difficult place to live in. There was frequent fighting among tribes for the resources. There was no political and religious unity. These conditions distributed Muhammad. Then the third question is, why was Muhammad forced to flee from Mecca? Flee means migration. So Muhammad's belief in a single God was not accepted by the local leaders. Due to the opposition from the local leaders, it became difficult for him and his followers to live in Mecca, and they were forced to escape to Medina. Now the fourth question. Name the holy book of Islam and write any one feature of it. And you know the holy book of Islam. From the beginning of your study, you are learning about this. The holy book of Islam is the Quran. And it means, what is the meaning of Quran? It means recitation and has 114 chapters or surahs. Then move to the fifth question. Why do paintings not depict Allah in human form? Have you seen any picture in the mosque or in the houses of Muslim? No, na? Islam practices monotheism and rejects idol worship. Since images would also be a form of idol worship, there is no image of Allah. Sixth question is, in what way did worship at the Kaaba change with the establishment of Islam? Instead of worshipping idols of the various gods of individual tribes, the followers of Islam began to worship the black stone at the Kaaba. The seventh question is from the third section. What was the caliphate, and who were the first two caliphates to be considered for the post of caliph? That answer I hope you know. We have discussed this answer. An Islamic state led by a caliph is called the caliphate. The political and spiritual leader of the Islamic community, who is also the successor to the Prophet Muhammad, is called a caliph. Muhammad's father-in-law, Abu Bakr, and Muhammad's son-in-law, Ali ibn Abi Talibi, were the first two candidates to be nominated for this post. Got the answer? Now come to the eighth question. Why is the rule of the Abbasid known as the golden age of Islamic civilization? This answer is long answer because you have to write all the features about the golden age of Islamic civilization. And if you write this answer in points, it will be easy for you in learning and understanding. But if you have written in paragraphs, it is also correct. The rule of the Abbasids is known as the Golden Age because of the cultural and socio-economic developments that took place during that period. And the reasons are art, poetry, and science flourished. And second one is scholars from around the world would meet at the Bait al-Hikmah or the House of Wisdom in Baghdad to discuss many new ideas. They collected, translated, and expanded upon the knowledge of other civilization. They became familiar with the art of making paper, glass making, and the mariner's compass. Al-Biruni and Abu Nasr Mansur made important contributions to geometry and astronomy, while Ali Khwarizmi developed algebra. A number of innovations which impacted the everyday life of the people also took place. New irrigation methods and designs for mills and turbines which required less labor were developed. New crops and farming techniques from the neighboring areas, for example, rice, cotton, and sugar from India, citrus fruits from China, and grains such as sorghum from Africa were introduced in the Middle East. So, that are the features for that the Abbasids was known as the golden age of Islamic civilization. So, you can write in paragraph or you can write in points. You make the points and write it. And if already you have written, then no need to change. Then question number 9. How did the caliphate spread the Islamic ideas? The caliphate spread Islamic ideas through political conquest. As they settled in the new territories, the ideas of their religion also spread. Now come to the next question, question number 10. That is higher order thinking question. HOTS. Do you think the arrival of Islam into the Indian subcontinent was bound to happen? Give reasons for your answer. Here also your answers may vary because you have to write answers in your own language. But the sample answer is here. Don't copy this answer. You only read this, then match your answer. Yes, ideas of Islam would have spread to India because of the political, commercial, and cultural ties between the Middle East and the Indian subcontinent that had existed for a long time. Okay, so this practice questions discussion is also over. Now come to the additional questions. And the first question, in the first you have to match the answers. So you match your answers. Okay. So Gabriel is matching with recited the Quran to Muhammad. So match with D. Then B. Ramadan, months of fasting, Rashidun, first four caliphs. Then Muhammad bin Qasim, conquered Sindh. The next question is, how did the nature of society and political organization change in Arabia with the establishment of Islam? So with the establishment of Islam, society became united. Now that the tribes were united by their religion, they stopped attacking and looting each other. As a result, society became more powerful and peaceful. Under the caliphates, Islam and its political influence expanded, trade increased, and many cultural development took place. Now the third question is, how did the death of Prophet Muhammad affect the Muslim community? After Muhammad's death, there was a division amongst the followers on the issue of who would be Muhammad's successor. So the Islam divided into two sects. This led to a creation of two sects, Shias and Sunnis. The Sunnis believed that Abu Bakr was the rightful successor, while the Shias believed that Ali was the rightful successor. Fourth question is, how did the Abbasid Caliphate help in the development of culture in Baghdad? Many cultural developments occurred during the rule of the Abbasids. This period is also known as the Golden Age of Islam. Art, poetry, and science flourished. They learned how to make paper from the Chinese. They also learned how glass making and the mariner's compass. New irrigation methods designed for mills and turbines were developed. New crops also became known to the region during this period. Now the fifth question is, what was the House of Wisdom? Why was it important? We also have discussed in the previous section, the Bayt al-Hikmah or the House of Wisdom in Baghdad was a library and a scholarly institute that resembles modern universities. Ideas from around the world came together since scholars from different places met here. Now move to the next, that is Hort's question, higher order thinking question. How did the Arabs influence the Indian subcontinent? The Arab influenced the Indian subcontinent in many ways. Trade relations between the two regions led to the establishment of Arab settlements on the western and southern coasts of India. Arab merchants and traders helped to spread the new religion of Islam to the different parts of the Indian subcontinent. Around the 8th century Common Era, Islam spread in North India when the Syrian Arab led by Muhammad bin Qasim conquered Sindh. In the 9th century CE, the Ghazni and Ghor kingdoms became independent and their rulers invaded India several times to loot its wealth. The answer is continuing. The Delhi Sultanate, the first Islamic state, was set up in the Indian subcontinent by Qutbuddin Aibak. Due to this, the Indo-Islamic culture emerged that influenced the architecture, dress, music, food, and language of India. So I hope you all have got the answers what we have discussed So complete your work if not still completed. Okay, write all the answers in neat and clean handwriting with proper questions, proper question numbers, and at the top, topic name. Okay, now are you waiting for this? Answers of bonus questions. So in first section, I had given the question, who recited the entire Quran to Muhammad? Who was? Gabriel. Section 2, how many chapters does the Quran contain? 114 chapters. Then, who was the first caliph? Abu Bakr was the first caliph. Where did Arab traders first visit in India? From the Malabar. So what to do? You have to complete your writing work in workbook and in the notebook. And tomorrow we will start the new block. So be ready for this also. And also read the full block, also 4 sections of this block for your assessment. Stay safe, stay home, children. Have a nice day. Bye bye and thank you.